I have an interesting question for you today. How many times a day do you pass by Jesus, but you don't recognize him? I want to talk to you about it in your morning cup of inspiration. I read a fascinating story in this book by Max Lucado called Outlive Your Life, and it's a true story. In January of 2007, January 12th, the Washington Post did a little story about a guy who walked into the Washington, D.C. Metro train station, and he was dressed in blue jeans, a long-sleeve t-shirt, and a Washington Nationals baseball cap. He set down his violin case and took out his violin, put in a little seed money, and began to play. He played for 43 minutes, and he played 6 of the most beautiful classical pieces ever written. And during that time, almost 1,100 people passed by him. Of those 1,100, only 7 stopped and listened for more than a minute. And of those 7, only one person recognized him as world-renowned violinist Joshua Bell. You see, people were too busy to notice. They were going about their business, getting on the train, going to work, and they didn't realize that they had this amazing talent right there. Just 3 nights before, he had sold out Boston Symphony Hall at an average ticket price of about $100 a seat. And yet in that 43 minutes, people put in a little over $32 in tip money. You see, the point is, they didn't recognize him because they didn't expect him to be in a train station set up next to the shoe shine stand. And I wonder, how many times do we miss Jesus when he's standing right in front of us, the King of Kings? We read about it. Jesus talked about it in Matthew 25, verses 35 through 40. He says, "For I was hungry and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger and you invited me in. I needed clothes and you clothed me. I was sick and you looked after me. I was in prison and you came to visit me." Then the righteous will answer him, "Lord, when did we see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty and give you something to drink? When did we see you a stranger and invite you in, or needing clothes and clothe you? When did we see you sick or in prison and go to visit you?" The king will reply, "I tell you the truth. Whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers of mine, you did for me." You see, that might be Jesus sitting on the corner asking for help, needing some money, needing help with their kids, or a neighbor who really just needs a good friend to come and help them. Do we reach out in Christian love when Jesus gives us the opportunity? And do we recognize him when we pass by? I hope that inspires you today. God bless, and I'll see you soon for another morning cup of inspiration.